he is saying I am God and he is giving himself for the society. You make fun of him. You don't even trust him. You listen to all the gossip in the TVs. You listen to the gossip in the newspapers and you even question the divinity and his agenda. Why? You trust the goddamn news reporter than you trust God himself. How much we have degraded ourselves to this utmost gossip and not even trusting the divinity. And we think that he is different from everybody else. We have questioning. Now, brothers and sisters, I shouldn't be talking on a stage talking like this in Bhagavan's presence. But people asked me the questions and that's why I'm raising. Oh, they found 12 crores of rupees in Whitefield. Yes, I said yes. They found 12 crores of rupees. Do you know what happened exactly? Why they find the 12 crores of rupees? When God gets envelopes with cash, he doesn't even look at that and he says, please put it inside the birva. For 4 years he has not even gone to Whitefield. And when 4 years, what happened? Millions of devotees come and they just pour money at his feet. He doesn't even care about that. And of course the cash has accumulated. You think God has come here for money? Money is the last and the least of his agendas. His agenda is only one thing and one thing. It is to love and to serve. And he has given the utmost wisdom with simple songs like this. Turn your eyes towards the Murti of God. Turn your ears to the glory of the God. Turn your tongue towards singing the name of the God. Put your head on the feet of the God. Indulge in love all and serve all. That is all he is saying. He has never said, give me money. He said, never give me cash. Never give me donation. Which Sai Center here is collecting donations from any member? Go check which Sai Center is collecting money from the students for running their SSC classes. Go check other places they collect money to run Balavikas classes, Balavihar classes, all these other kinds of classes. God has made himself available free only to uplift us and to allow us realize our inherent divinity. And to such God we need to dedicate all our faculties. To such God we need to dedicate all our senses, mend the senses and end the mind. So, and there's a beautiful poem that Bhagavan really loves from Bhagavatam. And when these the two gods that were hit, the trees, Krishna goes through these trees, mother ties him up and he rolls over and these two gods come out of those two trees. And those gods ask the question. They tell Krishna Bhagavan at that time, నీ పద్యావళులాలకించు చెవులు నిన్నాడు వాక్యంబులు నీ పేరన్ పనిచేయు హస్తయుగముల్ నీ మూర్తిపై చూపులు నీ పాదముల పంత మొక్కు శిరముల్ నీ సేవపై చిత్తము నీపై బుద్ధులు మాకు కరుణలు నీరే జపత్రేక్షణ నీపై బుద్ధులు మాకు కరుణలు నీరే జపత్రేక్షణ నీపై బుద్ధులు మాకు కరుణ నీరే జపత్రేక్షణ హరినామ కీర్తన కలియుగ సాధన హరినామ కీర్తన హరినామ కీర్తన కలియుగ సాధన హరినామ కీర్తన కలియుగ సాధన జగదోధారణ కృష్ణ జనార్దన కృష్ణ సాయి మురారి హే మధుసూదన సాయి మురారి హే మధుసూదన సాయి మురారి హే మధుసూదన సాయి మురారి హే This is how you divert yourself to sing. When we are actually singing the name of the God, there is no sense that is existing. We forget our common sense and general sense and be indulged in the divine sense. And this is the reason why Nama Sankirtana is the chosen path for greatest sages and the seers. You take any faith, you take any sage and seer, the only thing that they did is singing the name of God. And while they are singing the name of the God, they do service and they learn. Because what happens is, the Vyakti is actually given the Shakti. Swami actually gave this beautiful What is at the head? To begin with, there is Shakti. That's how we started the satsang, the divine Shakti. When that Shakti became patent from latent, it became Vyakti, individualized. And that Vyakti is given some Rakti, passion. And that passion, Rakti, when it is diverted towards the senses, it doesn't make sense. When it is diverted towards the divinity, it becomes Bhakti. When the Bhakti is actually becoming mature and mature, it leads to Virakti, dispassion. And from Virakti comes Mukti, liberation. Shakti, Vyakti, Rakti, Bhakti, Virakti, Mukti. So when we actually take this Bhakti, really means controlling all these senses and diverting them towards complete divine consciousness. This is actually Bhakti. That's a divine flow. And when we are doing this divine flow of consciousness, what happens? We give God every one of our faculties to Him and ask Him to use them. And when He is using our instruments, they become much more purer and they are put to work because He has no agenda. Hello. Everybody thinks I am doing Swami's work, they say. What are you doing? Swami's work. Swami has no work. Why you are doing Swami's? You are not doing Swami's work. You are doing the work so that you will realize the Swami within you. So he is saying you and I are one. But I am infinite potential. You are finite. My goal is to ensure that you tap into the infinite potential which is me inside you. Therefore, you have to do this work. It is not my work. It is actually your work. So you are doing work for yourself, not for me. Hello. Why do I need? Why you think, brothers and sisters? If he has, I was so enthralled and so energized to see this Satya Sai school come up in Toronto. It's incredible. For the past 13 years, this Satya Sai school in Toronto is #1 school out of 20,000 private schools in Ontario. And they are constructing a huge, massive building now to make it it's a public school. It's a private school that is open to public, right? And so many devotees across the world that Bhagavan has given me the opportunity to transform myself by seeing these devotees, that you get enthralled to see, oh my God, what have they done? That's so incredible, how passionate they are about doing Swami's work everywhere in the world. And when you connect to Bhagavan in that level, operating in that level, then automatically you ask the question, if only that divine being has chosen to leave that Puttaparthi and taken a world tour, imagine what would have happened to the Satya Sai organization. They could not have even managed all the money that have flown to Swami. Therefore he said, I don't want to get out of here, because even without him traveling, the Satya Sai Trust has economy that is even bigger than some of the state governments of India. Imagine if he had traveled out. That is his love and compassion. It's not because he wants to spread about himself. His love and compassion is, he doesn't need to go anywhere. His agenda is not to establish an ashram. His agenda is not to establish a trust. His agenda is not to establish some lineage of Satya Sai ashram here. His agenda is only one and only one agenda, which is to help us realize our infinite divinity within ourselves. And that is the Supreme Guru, Sadguru, Jagat Guru. There is no Guru like that. If you missed the boat already, jump onto the boat right now. And those that are in the boat, make sure that nobody is falling off the boat now. And if somebody has fallen off the boat, give them a hand and pull them back into the boat now. That's what we should be doing right here and now. There is nothing like Satya Sai Avatar. And I'm not saying that because I'm just a Sai devotee, a crazy passionate fellow. I'm saying it genuinely with my entire heart and soul. Because I don't have physical, personal experiences with Bhagavan. And I keep telling people, and you have heard this before, I'm not blessed to be educated in his educational institutions, but I am blessed to be his student here and now and forever and to eternity. And I am blessed. I don't have any experiences to share that Swami materialized vibhuti in my home, nectar flowing, all that stuff, nothing like that. In fact, there was no miracle that Swami did for me to become his devotee. The agenda is not about me. I'm just sharing it just so you know. I became Satya Sai Baba devotee because my daughter went to Sai spiritual education classes in Dallas, Texas. I am one of the many millions of Satya Sai Baba devotees who didn't have the privilege to be in the physical presence of Bhagavan. I am not the one that is blessed with a lot of rings. The only ring I got from Bhagavan is Igno ring. And I am so grateful to him for giving that Igno ring, because that Igno ring sent me inside, not to seek him outside. And out of his infinite compassion and love, Bhagavan has manifested himself as, I'm sharing this because every one of us have the same experience and the opportunity. Seek Swami inside. See always inside, S-A-I. Seek always inside, S-A-I. This is the essence of Guru Tattva. I'm sorry you asked a simple question and I got carried away. Thank you for asking this question. Thank you. Any other questions, comments, brothers, sisters? No? Nandita, no questions? You are usually full of questions. She's full of energy. She says, she chants Rudram. She's very beautiful, Swami's child. They came from Atlanta. Not for this satsang, but for some other thing. Yes, any questions, sisters? Yes, brother. Sai Ram, brother.
I'm not sure how my question will impact. In India, when I see conversion, it hurts me. So what, not only this organization, or other organizations they're doing to save it.
Conversion. Nobody can convert you.
The poor people that convert.
Yes. So here is the question that he's asking so first of all, we have to ask the question, spirituality is a very selfish business. It's all about realizing self. If you understood the pun, spirituality is about the big self, S-E-L-F, not the small self. Now people are worried about, they are converting the poor into some other religion, some other faith. Is this right or wrong? Let's not worry about that. The very first thing that we have to ask about ourselves is ourself. Each individual, how grounded we are. And a lot of people ask me this other question, Sanatana Dharma is going to die because a lot of people are getting it converted into other religions. I said, no, hello, look. What are you talking about? Sanatana Dharma has existed for eternity. Nobody can destroy or diminish Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is the foundation of the entire mansion of humanity. If Sanatana Dharma is destroyed, the whole mansion is going to collapse. So don't worry about some people getting converted. What is the problem with let them get converted? No. Is there any problem? They're becoming converted to another religion to chant the name of God. Is there a problem? No problem, no. Let them chant the name of Jesus. Let's adore Jesus. Is there any problem? There is no difference between Jesus and Shiva. There is no difference between Muhammad and Allah and Nanak and all these things. These are all the things that are man-made given faiths. Bhagavan therefore says, Allah yanchu Muhammadiyulu, Yehovah yanchu Sakraistavul, Bhullabjakshudatanchu Vaishnavulu, Shambhoyatanchu Shaivulu, Ullasambuna Kori Kolva, Yellarakayur Bhoga Bhagya Sampallabhambula Sangadi, Paramatmundu Vakkade, Sududi, Paramatmundokkade Sududi, Paramatmundokkade Sududi. Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. All I want is your love, my child. All I want is your faith. is your love in God, no matter what you face. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba. Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, all came to this land. Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, all came to this land. All of them had the message of love to love your fellow man. All of them had the message of love to love your fellow man. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. The light you see in the dark of the night is that of God in man. The light you see in the dark of the night is that of God in man. All of them had the message of love to love your fellow man. All of them had the message of love to love your fellow man. The light you see in the dark of the night is that of God in man. Follow the light that is in your heart and seek the promised land. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. I fear when I am here. You also go convert everybody, brother. Convert in the name of Satya Sai Baba. Give them love, give them money, give them clothing, give them service, and let them all be converted to Satya Sai Baba religion, which is all religion. So don't worry about somebody converting somebody else. And it is not the point at all. The point is love and serve all. That is the only point. And if they get converted to some other name of God because they are getting loved and served and you feel bad about it, you go tell your God's name and love and serve them more than what they do. Is that making clear? Clear sense, no? Yes, I understand what you are concerned about, but it is not a concern. Let the poor be loved, let them be served. And if they say the name of Jesus in the name of love and service, be happy for them. Okay? If they say the name of Allah, be happy for them. Because Swami said, Allah yantu Muhammadiyulu, Yehovah yantu Satkristavulu, Pullabjakshudatantu Vaishnavulu, Shambho yatantu Shaivulunu, Ullasamuna Korikolva Yallara Bhoga Bhagya Sampal Labhambulu, Vasangedi Paramatmundu Vakkade, Chudidi. The light is one, the current is one, the bulbs are many, the fans are many, the speakers are many, the current is one. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you for asking this question. I'm worried if the sisters are worried that I can't answer their questions, or maybe, or everything is clear to them. Sister had some question? Yes. Yarama? Yes, brother. Sai Ram. Sure. Can you come into the front, Amma, so everybody should listen to you? Yes. Very good. If the mountain cannot go to Thomas, Thomas should come to the mountain. Okay. Thank you.
pranams at Swami's feet. I want to express my thanks and gratitude for you to take time and come and speak to all of us, and also all the organizers who bring you here for our sake, and that is service to Swami. And yes, Swami is living through all of us, and coming here today, I really feel that Swami is not just keeping up his word. He said, I'll be in and around you all the time. And he really is. Yesterday evening I had 2 children and they wanted to know about Swami from me. And in between I just thought for a moment that they haven't seen Swami physical form. How can I explain to them what it is to know Swami or love Swami? But listening to your experiences or your satsang, I feel he's always in and around us, and even they can experience, even if he's not here in his physical form, they can experience the same love. So your presence is very encouraging for all the devotees. Thank you so much.
Sai Mandir, thank you. Well, thank you. I'm just, you see, I always share with people that don't look at the instrument and get carried away. When you go to a concert, you don't go thank the flute. You thank the flutist. He is the flutist. Thank the flutist. Don't thank the flute. I'm not saying I'm the flute in the context of, but that is truly the experience. You don't say, oh flute, thank you very much for the beautiful way. You tell the flutist. He is the flutist. And the reason why I use the word analogy flute is if you look at Krishna, he hardly spoke only one time, right? That is during Bhagavad Gita time. And what he spoke at the time, the rest of the time he was just simply playing flute, which is beyond the language, so people can listen and enjoy. So whatever he spoke, we only put Bhagavad Gita on the altar, and then what we do is, we put, people take Bhagavad Gita, and this is more dense and this is light, right? So reverse osmosis, what is here also. The point of Bhagavad Gita is not to put it on the altar and pray and put flowers on it and then throw all kinds of akshatas on it. The point of Bhagavad Gita is take the message of the divine and put it to practice. And when Swami was asked this question, what is the message of Bhagavad Gita, Swami used to give summer discourses on Bhagavad Gita, on Bharatiya Samskriti and all these beautiful topics, right? And so Swami was asked a question by a gentleman, Swami, I don't know 800 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, Swami, it is too complex to understand and all that. Whatever discourses you said, rarely got into my head, Swami. Can you please explain to me the essence of, I have no time, Swami, I'm a businessman from Bombay, and you have to give me a crash course, Tell me in 2 minutes, otherwise I can't even pay attention to this. Is the kind of devotees now we have, right? So Swami was, I'm just paraphrasing all this, don't take me serious. But seriously, that's the question. You have to get all the spirituality crash course. 2 minutes you have to get it, otherwise God has, you don't have time for God. So this Swami said, okay, that's fine. What do you know about Bhagavad Gita? And then this man said, Swami, I know the first 4 words, Swami. Oh, really? What are the first 4 words you know? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. That's what he said. Oh, wonderful. You know the essence of Bhagavad Gita, Swami said. He said, what? What did he say? I said, look, Bangaru, what is the 2nd word? What is the 4th word? You're all thinking or sinking. Kshetre, kshetre. What is the 1st word and 3rd word? Dharmam kuru. Kshetre, kshetre, dharmam kuru. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever field you are in, do your duty. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, Swami said. See how incredible the Divine Lord is. How incredible. Only Bhagavan can summarize entire Bhagavad Gita into 4 words. And that too taking from what the devotees say, from his awareness, not from his awareness. Right? This is the beauty of Bhagavan Sri Satsai Baba. He is only there to live and to love. And every one of us has absolutely been, he has created equally and wonderfully with the same potency. There is no instrument that is better than another instrument. Don't look at the instrument and get carried away. Thank the divine player. Thank the divine Sai Krishna. Thank the Jagat Guru. Thank the most supreme avatar that I would say that humankind has ever experienced and perhaps will never even experience more. That is Satya Sai Baba. I don't know whether Prem Sai is there or not. I don't really care whether Prem Sai is there. Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba is here and now. Let us pray to him more intensely and say, Swami, come on, we can't miss you, come back. Like children crying for the mother will come running. Let's do that. Let's pray to him to come back, and so that we seek his love, we seek his blessing to live, to love, to listen, to learn, to laugh, and to lead. Jai Sai Ram. Okay. We'll close the satsang with a bhajan, and then Rendu will do. Amma, question, yes. Yes, Sai Ram.
I just wanted to thank you for this beautiful satsang and thank
Again,
Swami.
you're thanking the flute, huh? Thanks, Swami.
I just want to know how you came to do this satsang. And is it Swami's inspiration to you, or how are you doing this?
How am I doing this satsang?
Yeah, I mean your experience is also with Swami.
Very simple. Be nobody, nothing.
Little bit more in detail, please.
Huh?
I want to know about you.
About me, there's nothing to know about me, Amma. I am nobody, nothing. Really, seriously. I am an ordinary guy doing my work in some company. I came to know Baba through my daughter. I mean, I was not Bhagavan's devotee when I was in India, unfortunately. I became his devotee only after coming to this country 23, 24 years ago, with my daughter going to Satya Sai spiritual education. At that time, it's called Bal Vikas. And the way I got attracted to Swami was, I used to drop, I'm very ordinary person, that's what I'm trying to emphasize more and more, whether you believe it or not. And I'm not a spiritually realized person or anything, so don't have any of those ideas. Disclaimer, don't buy this stock because of future projection and all those things. So, the context of what I'm saying is, I got fascinated by Swami because of my daughter going to Sai spiritual education, and I used to drop her at SSC, and like many SSC parents, go to a mall or go watch football game, Cowboys games. And it happened a few months, and I started noticing that my daughter was saying some things when I was driving back home. How beautiful Swami is, how his message is, how wonderful Sai spiritual education is. I got fascinated. Oh my God, this little 6-year-old child is getting so profoundly influenced by this person who is not even present physically, only empty chair is there. At that time, that's what I was thinking. Only empty chair is there, how come she is getting influenced? And I got attracted to him because of her, because of my child going to Sai spiritual education. So I urge all of the parents here who are still thinking that they should send their children to SSC. This is not a marketing campaign. I am telling you, genuinely, Swami will walk into your home and he will transform your lives.
Normally it's said that everything is written before, right? I mean, patta bhi nahi hil sakta uske bina. Normally it's said, right? And then other time we say that pray to him and you'll get everything. So these two different opposite things, right? Normally it's said that it's already written everything and like, no, it will not be done.
Exactly.
So, I mean, what are your beliefs on this one?
She asked a very beautiful question. It's a very important question. See, the spirituality in the context of surrender versus doing our own work. Now he's saying, if everything is already predefined, prescribed, and all the karma has been put into place already, why is it that now all of a sudden you have to pray and you have to do all this stuff? Ek sab kya hai? Anyway, whatever is written. Let it play out, why I should come and pray and all this stuff. Is that the question? Wonderful question. Let him give us a hand. Because so the answer to that question is very simple, Amma. Supposing if you have to go to surgery, you have operation done or something like that, and now you have two choices. The doctor says, I will do the operation without anesthesia or with anesthesia. What would you prefer? You have a choice, no? What do you say? With anesthesia. Okay. So, all the karma that you're talking about, the surgery has to be done. The stuff has to be removed, cut out everything. All that is prescribed. You have to be going through all of that stuff. This prayer, that you are praying him, give me anesthesia so I can go through all my karma. That's all it is. Now, if you don't have to go through surgery and now you don't have anything to do now, then you are a very happy person. Then you can pray to him to cure some other person that has to go through surgery and with anesthesia. Yes, go ahead. Saira. Yes. You can come to the, as I said, Thomas can come to the mountain. Mountain cannot go to Thomas. Yeah.
Saira.
Saira.
So, during Shirdi Sai Baba's, when he was living, he used to prescribe a Nam Sapta, meaning chant name of God for 1 week. And Bhagwan Satya Sai Baba says, take chanting as a duty to God. Chanting as a duty to God. So it's not like what should I do or should I pray? It's like praying or chanting as a duty. So I think that's the quote. So I guess God has given this life. Initially I had this idea that I work, I give money to charity, but Baba is just like mind blowing. He says, I give you work, I give you this. So it's like he giving us life and he's telling, chanting as a duty to God.
No, actually the point is this. Baba's message is very simple. There is nothing that belongs to us to give somebody. Bolo. Is the wind ours? Is the earth ours? Is the sky ours? Is the fire ours? Whose are all these things? And that's why when we sing Aarti to Tujhe kaya dev savalya mikhaya tarigo, Tujhe kaya dev savalya mikhaya tarigo, mi dubalina chi. We sing that Aarti, no? What is the meaning of that Aarti by Janabai? Janabai was the servant in Namdev's house. She was an untouchable. That Namdev actually took her into his house. And Janabai used to do this chakki at Namdev's house. And seeing her devotee do all this work, and she used to do abhangs while she was doing this chakki. You all know that Aarti, we all sing that Aarti to Bhagavan Shirdi Sai Baba, right? She's saying, Tujhe kaya de usavalya mikhaya tariho. What is it that then when he was doing the chakki, Panduranga used to come and do chakki and used to say, Jana, you just sing my bhajans, my abhangs. I will do the chakki for you. And so he used to do the chakki. He used to take out all his instruments from his body. He was doing the chakki. And then after a while, God feels hungry. And he said, Jana, I'm feeling hungry. Can you please feed me something? And then Janaba is saying, what is it, God, that I can actually feed to you? I am after all a servant in Nama's house. There is nothing I can feed you, Swami. All your devotees are sitting there and they are ready for Kakada Aarti. They are going to bring Naivedjam. Come on, go partake. What she is saying is, nothing in this world is ours to give to God. In fact, there is a beautiful song that says, Yemi se turalinga, Yemi se tura, Gangavudakamu techi neeku, Linga poojalu setamante, Gangaloni chepa kappa, Yengilaltunadi linga, Mahanubhava, Mahadeva Shambho, Mapunyamurti. Yemi seturalinga, Yemi setura, Akshayavula palu techi, Abhishekamu setamante, Akshayavula lega duda, Yengilaltunadilinga. This person is singing, Swami, I want to bring the honey and I want to pour it on you for doing puja. What are the bees saying? Arey yaar, ye to hum jhuta kar rahe hain. Already it is jhuta. We tasted the honey. How can you take the jhuta and pour it on God and say you are doing abhishekam? And if I want to bring the milk of the cow, the calf is saying, Arey ye to hamara hai. Hum jhuta kar diya. I touched the mother and I got the milk already. How is it that you take my milk and you pour it on God and you say you are doing abhishekam? What is it that we are belonging to, that we have to say only one thing that we have and he doesn't have? Okay? That's what we have to give. You understand? If you understood what is it that we have and he doesn't have, then you offer it to that. Because when you go to giving some bridal registry, you want to give a gift, you think about it. Ladies are very good. They even know every saree, color, shade, and the pavadas matching also. And they think, oh, that saree she already has, I can't give that saree. And you will select a different color. And how much attention you pay? You want to give somebody what they don't have. And God is asking, give me something. What is it that you have to give? Not all the money, the donation, all the flowers, all the puja. ये तो तुम्हारा नहीं है, ये तो भगवान का है. अरे, how can you take what he already gave you and give it back to him and say, I am giving you? What is this? Give him something that he doesn't have and you have. And that is your mind. Take your mind away from your senses. Offer your mind at Bhagavan's feet. That's why he said, Manasa bhajare Guru charanam Ustara bhavasagar taranam. Manasa bhajare Guru charanam Ustara bhavasagar taranam. Guru Maharaj Guru Deve Sai Mandir Guru Deve Satya Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Om Namo Bhava. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Om Namo Bhava. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Om Namo Bhava. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Om Namo Bhava. Manasa bhajare Guru charanam Ustara bhavasagar taranam. Ustara bhavasagar taranam. Guru Maharaj Guru Deve, Guru Maharaj Guru Deve, Sainath Satguru Deve, Satya Sainath Satguru Deve. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Om Namo Bhava. Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Omkaram Bhava, Om Namo Bhava. Om Guru Jai Guru Satchidananda Guru. 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 Satchidananda Guru Sai Guru Mama Guru. Satchidananda Guru Sai Guru Mama Guru. Om Guru Jai Guru Satchidananda 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 Guru. Om Guru Jai Guru. बोल समर्थ सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की Jai Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. That's a beautiful conclusion for Guru Poornima, is to take the love and the message of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. The Guru is saying, offer your mind at my lotus feet. Then what happened? The mind is the one that is constantly going through this turbulence. And when you are going through this turbulence, Bhagavan says very beautifully a metaphor. If you take a piece of iron rod and you drop it in a bucket of water, what happens to the iron rod? Sinks, yeah, S-I-N-K, not S-Y-N-C, right? Yeah, English is a funny language. You can't make the difference what you're saying. So it sinks in the water. But if you take the same metal rod and now you put it in fire and you beat it with a hammer and now it becomes a sheet of metal, not a rod of metal. Now you throw it into this bucket of water. What happens? Floats. The weight has not changed, but the volume has changed. Similarly, if you take this mind and you throw into this samsara, this mind will sink, S-I-N-K. But if you take the same mind, put it in the fire of wisdom of divine consciousness and beat it with the divine name. Beating. Remember why you clap? This is why you clap. Now you are hitting this mind with the divine name, the fire of the name of God, and hitting this with this hammer with your claps. This mind now expands. It doesn't contract. When it expands, it floats in the samsara. It doesn't sink in the samsara. Therefore, Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam Dustara Bhava Sagara Taranam. Then you are in the boat of this divine consciousness, SAI, service, adoration, illumination. Same as I, SAI, so am I, SAI, seek always inside, SAI, see always inside, SAI, put apart I, put apart I. Put apart I. And then you are reaching the divine abode, Prashanti Nilayam, to realize what Sat Chit Ananda Kandam, always being, awareness, bliss, absolute. Sai bhajan bina sukha shanti nahi, Hari naam bina anand nahi, Hari naam bina anand nahi, Prema bhakti bina udhar nahi, Guru seva bina nirvan nahi, Sai bhajan bina shanti nahi, Japa bina samyog nahi, Prabhu darsha bina prajnan nahi, Jaya dharma bina sat karma nahi, Bhagavan bina koi apna nahi, Sai Ram bina Paramatma nahi, Sai Ram bina Paramatma nahi, Sai Hari naam bina anand nahi, Prema bhakti bina udhar nahi, Guru seva bina nirvan nahi, Sai bhajan bina Japa dhan bina samyog nahi, Prabhu darsha bina शांति नहीं, सुख शांति नहीं. I'll close this with a special prayer on Bhagavan and his mission. Om Namo Bhagavate Sai Ishwaraya. नमः सत्याय च सत्य संदेशाय च नमः प्रेम्ये च प्रेम प्रकाशाय च नमो धर्माय च धर्म संस्थापकाय च नमः शांति स्वरूपाय च प्रशांति निवासिने च नमः सद्गुरवे च सुज्ञान प्रदाय च नमो नित्य सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपाय च निर्मल हृदयाय च नमः प्रसन्नवदनाय च निराडंबराय च नमो मितभाषिणे चाल्पसन्तोषाय च नमः सनातन धर्माय च सकलतत्त्वबोधकाय च नमो दीनजनोद्धरणाय च दाहोपशमनाय च नमः सर्वरोगनिवारकाय च उचितचिकित्सा प्रदायकाय च नमो विश्वविद्यालय स्थापकाय च सद्विद्या बोधकाय च नमो निरन्तर ग्रामसेवा तत्पराय च नित्यसङ्कीर्तन प्रोत्साहकाय च नमः सम्प्रदाय पोषकाय च संस्कृति पुनर्जीवकाय च नमो वेदोद्धरणाय च वेदाङ्गवैभवाय च नमो ज्ञानसिद्धिप्रदायकाय च सर्वयोगसाराय च नमः सर्वरागसम्मेलनाय च सङ्गीतगान लोलाय च नमः सर्वान्तर्यामिने च सुलभ प्रसन्नाय च नमो विश्वजनन्यै च विभूति प्रसादकाय च नमो लीला मानुषाय च लिङ्गोद्भवाय च नमो ज्ञाननिर्मूलकाय च हृदय परिवर्तकाय च नमः सर्वमन्त्रसाराय च नमः सर्वमतसमन्वयाय च ॐ नमः श्री सद्गुरु साईनाथाय नमो नमः ॐ श्री गुरवे नमः हरिः ॐ सत्यभावं च मे प्रेम भावं च मे धर्म भावं च मे शान्ति भावं च मे क्षमा भावं च मे ज्ञानं च मे श्रद्धा च मे बुद्धिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे सुकृतिं च मे धीतिश्च मे सर्वभूतदया च मे निस्वार्थ सेवा तत्परता च मयीन्द्रिय निग्रहं च मे कामदहनं च मे क्रोध विसर्जनं च मे लोभ विध्वंसनं च मे मद विमोचनं च मे मोह निर्मूलनं च मे मात्सर्य विनाशनं च मे सायिश्च मे साई नाम च मे साई भावं च मे साई प्रेमा च मे साई चरणौ च मे साई करुणा च मे साई स्वरूपं च मे साई स्मरणं च मे साई सन्निधिं च मे साई दर्शनं च मे साई गानं च मे साई गीतं च मे साई वेदं च मे साई संकल्पं च मे सायैव सर्वमयश्च मे सर्वस्य शरणागतिश्च मे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Sai all. what else we need to recharge our body before Guru Poornima. I was very hungry when we started this. And I would request Homedale's Sai Centers President Somara Garu. I would like Brother Litesh to please come over here and stand with Dr. Sekhar. The temple authorities are going to give their token of love for them. I would request our priest Raghu and Sharma Garu and Girish to please come over here. Sai Mandir.
यो वेदां ब्रह्मणो वेद अमृतेना वृतां पुरीं तस्मै ब्रह्मज ब्रह्मा च आयुः कीर्तिं प्रजां ददुः ॐ यो वेदां ब्रह्मणो वेद अमृतेना वृतां पुरीं तस्मै ब्रह्मज ब्रह्मा च आयुः कीर्तिं प्रजां ददुः फलं मनोरथ फलं पुत्र पौत्र प्रवर्धनम् यस्मात् तस्मात् शिवं मे स्यात् अतस्यान्तिं प्रियश्च मे ॐ नमो नमो भवति जायमानोन्नाहं केतुषसामेत्यग्रे भागं देवेभ्यो विददात्यायन् प्रचन्द्रमात् शिरसि दीर्घमायुः ॐ गृहे मुनयो मुनयो गृहे गृहे मुनयः मुनयो वसन्ति वसन्ति मुनयो मुनयो वसन्ति वसन्ति देवानां देवानां वसन्ति वसन्ति देवानां देवानां कवयः कवयो देवानां देवानां कवयः कवयः पार्थिवासः पार्थिवासः कवयः कवयः पार्थिवासः पार्थिवास इति पार्थिवासः देवामिदमिदं देवा देवामिदम् इदं मे मदिदं मे सुमनस्य मानो मे सुमनस्य मानो